guys, I hope you enjoyed the videos. Welcome back. It's good to see you again. Sorry for the delay. I was in Japan in December for World Championships for another card game, and that kind of just ate up all my time and preparation for that. So I really just didn't have a lot of time for content creation. So I really appreciate all the support. Thank you for being here. And again, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. So let's get into the deck. Precious Cards of the Dark, same skill, awesome skill for the deck, helps with consistency. We're on Super Poly and Droplet instead of Mass Change and Rhoda. So, and then because we're on those cards, we are running a different extra deck. So Venom, Drago, Shining, 3 Sunrise. I think a Scuridao over the 3rd Sunrise could be maybe better, just because it's really nice to have that Super Poly as a way to play through Disruption after you do your Ferris combo. If you do your Ferris combo and you want to suck up a Dark monster, or you want to use your dark and your off color elemental hero to dodge something, well, you can't really do a dark play. You can't use a dark card and make Drago's Stapelia or Venom if you use Ferris. So you'd have to go into like a Scuridao. So a Scuridao could be like kind of solid. I mean, it's not a bad idea, especially if you only have 2 Sunrise. Then you could do that. But I mean, honestly, with the new structure deck coming, getting Sunrise will be super easy. Getting hero cards in general will be super easy. The only thing that you might have to, again, spend $2 on if you really want to play this deck is a second Vion. they just don't want to give you Vion. I don't know why. No free Vion for you. So yeah, deck's pretty straightforward. There's nothing really more to talk about other than the fact that the consistency felt kind of weird. But the consistency only started getting really bad at Legend 5. Legend 1 to 5 felt pretty easy. The climb was like pretty smooth, but Legend 5 was weirdly up and down, lots of bricking. You might have even seen some of the replays, or it was just like the hands were very strange. So luckily the skill got us there, and and some good plays got us there, but it was a little tricky. As far as like the new support goes and how this changes the deck, I mean, 3 calls a must, and I would say at least one Wing Karibo. And I think if you're going to play Wing Karibo, then you need to have more elemental hero fusion targets. So then that way you can banish and replay him, banish and like keep doing it, right? Because it's a good interruption, non-targeting pop, and it's very hard for them to do anything about it. One tip I'd give you about using the Wing Karibo: try not to hold it for too long. If you do play it on your board, try to use it early, because if you're playing stuff like Book and you're forced to use your Book and you haven't used your Karibo, then you kind of lose it on that interruption. So that was something that I kind of learned, from playing, a few games with the new support. But I haven't really, started climbing aggressively. I kind of just got myself into Legend, and I'm kind of just hanging there. Waiting for the new structure deck and the selection box to come out to kind of hopefully, make the deck a little bit more fun. Just because E-Call is great and Karibo is great, but Crosskeeper would definitely be something I want to work with, and I'm kind of hoping that there's one more cool piece that we get to make Omni Heroes a little bit more enjoyable, and somewhat good rogue. The problem is that with Dragonic Cringe out in the format, that deck is just stupidly absurd and is going to pose lots of problems for us. So I would say MST probably needs to be in your main deck now, because that card is you need to be able to snipe back row and sniping the Super Poly. And I would consider running stuff like Solid Soldier, because Solid Soldier is a nice pressure tool to go after their back row with the Stratos, and then you force out the Super Poly and they Super Poly both your monsters, then you're totally fine with that, because you'll get back your Stratos and then you can go into like more plays. You'll search again and go into more plays. So like there's nothing wrong. That's like pretty solid. The only thing is that you do have to still deal with like an Arm Dragon, and because the deck is literally Arm Dragon and hand traps, that's also a thing too. So you kind of just like have to hope that they don't draw like super optimal, and you should have a good chance. And we have to run Super Poly, I think, again, because I think the fact that Predaplant has Super Poly, Dragonic Cringe has Super Poly, I think to beat those decks or have a chance against those decks, you have to run your own Super Poly, right? I feel like whoever activates their Super Poly first is in a bad spot. So you being able to have that and holding it for as long as you can, if need be, is like really strong. And being able to have an extra deck that's flexible, maybe we could use stuff like Garura and other things that might come. We could have that to our advantage with our Super Poly. And there's some new cards I've been thinking about that I think could help the deck search the Super Poly, but again, these are things that I'm just thinking about tinkering with. I think that there's a lot of potential for this deck to still be pretty decent. It's just going to be rough when you run into another hero player, I shouldn't really call them hero players, because they're playing Arm Dragon control. It's not really a hero deck, but whatever, to each their own. Anyway, I hope you guys are having fun with the new support, and if you have any questions about the deck and the new cards, feel free to leave comments down below. I will be climbing as soon as the new stuff comes out, and when I finish that climb, there'll be a new video for that. It will be a video for Omni Hero. I will not be playing the Dragonic deck because everyone's already covered that. And to be honest, I don't even think it's an actual hero deck. So there's really no point in me being like, oh yes, I love heroes, and then check out my new cool hero deck, and it's just me using Armed Dragon and hand traps. Like, come on, let's get real here. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed everything. It's good to see you. And again, we'll try to keep making sure that content keeps coming out as fast as possible. Appreciate all the support, and we'll see you guys next time.